So children, now we are going to continue with chapter 2, that is inside our earth. In this chapter we are going to read about the internal layers of the earth, that is crust, mantle and core, and about different rocks and minerals. So starting with the points to remember, first is earth. Now what is earth? Earth is a planet. Okay. Now let me tell you, see, you can see inside our earth crust, mantle and core. Let me explain you on the board this. See, if we talk about earth, okay, our planet earth, like for example, okay, see, this one is the first layer is of the crust, then comes mantle, then comes core. If you will see this diagram in your book, that will be very clear to you. Okay, there are outer and inner boundaries of core. Okay, then boundaries of mantle, then crust. Okay, and if you have read the chapter, you will come to know that crust, then that is divided into continental masses and oceanic masses. Okay, crust has been divided into continental masses and oceanic masses. Okay, that is given to you in your book. Okay, crust has been divided into continental masses and oceanic masses. Here comes all the water bodies. Okay, here comes all the land bodies. Okay, like plateaus, plains and all. Okay, so crust, mantle and core. Now see, these were the internal layers of the earth. Now if we talk about the external layers of the earth, there are 5 layers. Okay, first one is troposphere. Okay, then different stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere. Okay, about these external layers we are going to read in chapter 4. Okay, in this chapter we are going to cover only the internal layers of the earth, that is crust, mantle and core. Okay, now see, crust is the uppermost layer, then beneath crust comes the mantle, then the innermost layer is the core. Core is the innermost layer. This we are going to read through the answer also. Then comes rocks and minerals. Now again, rocks and minerals constitutes igneous, sedimentary and metamorphic rocks. Okay, again 3 rocks are there. Now what are the 3 rocks? Like what is igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, metamorphic rocks? Okay, so these rocks are formed through one another only. Okay, through igneous rocks only sedimentary rocks are formed, through sedimentary rocks only metamorphic rocks are formed. Okay, so if we talk about rocks, see, igneous rocks are there, then sedimentary rocks are there, and the third one is metamorphic rocks. Okay, now igneous rocks, how igneous rocks are formed? Through the molten magma. Okay, through molten magma. Okay, igneous rocks are formed through molten magma. Okay, so see, again igneous rocks has been divided into 2 parts, that is extrusive igneous rocks and intrusive igneous rocks. Okay, this we are going to read in the answer, what are extrusive and what are intrusive igneous rocks. Then comes sedimentary rock, that is formed through sediments. Okay, sediments are small particles of rocks. Then comes metamorphic rocks. Metamorphic rocks is formed through igneous and sedimentary rocks. So, okay, so you can see from igneous, when these when igneous rocks are formed, okay, let me tell you, okay, extrusive, when the molten magma comes outside as a lava and solidifies, it forms extrusive igneous rocks, and when molten magma cools down inside the earth crust only, then it is formed as it is known as intrusive igneous rock. Okay, now these rocks, okay, these rocks are again divided into small particles, then sediments are formed, and through sediments, when heat and pressure is exerted upon these sediments, they form sedimentary rocks. Okay, now when the sedimentary rocks has been formed, more heat and pressure from the further igneous rocks, okay, and heat from the earth, okay, environment, when all those are exerted upon the sedimentary rocks, it is converted into metamorphic rocks. So you can see all these three rocks are formed from each other only, okay, and this is the rock cycle. You are going to read about this rock cycle in the answer. So these were the three types of rocks. Let's recall once again, that is igneous, sedimentary and metamorphic rocks. Now this diagram has been given to you in your book. You can see crust, mantle and core, inner core and outer core mantle boundary, when the mixture is there of mantle and core. And this is the rock cycle. Just now I have explained you. Okay, through magma you can see igneous rocks are formed, then through igneous rocks small sediments are formed. These sediments are converted into sedimentary rocks, then these sedimentary rocks under heat and pressure converted into metamorphic rocks. Then when this metamorphic rocks goes below, okay, certain level, below certain level, again under very heat and pressure, it again converted into magma. Okay, these metamorphic rocks again get converted into magma, and then again this magma is converted into igneous rock. This is rock cycle. Now internal questions, please open up your book, pick up the pencils, write down the internal questions very carefully. So first question is define crust. Open page number 7 for this. Page number 7. Okay. Write down the question there, define crust. You will find the answer here. The uppermost layer over the earth's surface is the crust. Okay, you can see this in the highlighted way crust has been written. This is the answer. Okay, page number 7 I am again repeating. Then question number 2, name the main mineral constituents of continental mass. Again on page number 7, that is answer is silica and alumina. Again it is written in the highlighted bold letters, silica and alumina. Okay, here is the answer, silica and alumina. Mark it down. Then question number 3, what are fossils? Okay, for fossils you have to come on page number 8. Under glossary you will find, in the glossary yellow box has been given. Okay, here glossary is here. Okay, mark the full definition and write down the question, what are fossils? Yellow box has been given to you. Okay, so let's read the answer. The remains of dead plants and animals trapped in the layers of the rock are called fossils. Okay, mark these questions very carefully. Now starting with the copy work, what is a rock? Any natural mass of mineral matter that makes up the earth's crust is called a rock. Okay, so the crust, uppermost layer, okay, that is rock. Name 3 types of rocks. There are 3 types of rocks I have told you. Which were those? Igneous, sedimentary and metamorphic rocks. Igneous rock, sedimentary rock and metamorphic rock. Question number 3, what are metamorphic rocks? Now what are metamorphic rocks? I have explained you, metamorphic rocks are formed through igneous and sedimentary rocks only. The rocks which are formed due to conversion of igneous and sedimentary rocks under great heat and pressure are called metamorphic rocks. Then question number 4, what are the uses of rocks? Now what are the different uses of rocks? The uses of rocks are as follows. Hard rocks are used in construction of buildings and roads. Also used in many games like 7 stones, hopscotch, etc. Okay, you all must have played these games, 7 stones and hopscotch. If you know, in Hindi we call it as Satoliya. 7 stones is Satoliya and hopscotch is Langdi Tang. Okay. Now question number 5, give reasons. First is we cannot go to the center of the earth. Why? Because to reach the center of the earth, one will have to dig a hole 6,000 km deep on the ocean floor, which is impossible. Okay, so this is the reason why we cannot go to the center of the earth. Then B, sedimentary rocks are formed from sediments. Small fragments of rocks is called sediments. Just now I have explained you, these sediments are formed through igneous rocks only. These sediments are transported and deposited by wind, water, etc. These loose sediments are compressed and hardened to form layers of rocks called sedimentary rocks. Okay, when the great heat and pressure is exerted upon these small sediments, they are converted into sedimentary rocks. See, limestone is changed into marble. Limestone is changed into marble because igneous and sedimentary rocks changes into metamorphic rocks under great heat and pressure. Okay. Then question number 6, how are extrusive and intrusive rocks formed? I have explained you, igneous rocks are of two types, extrusive and intrusive. Now let us read what are extrusive and what are intrusive rocks. When molten lava comes on Earth's surface, it cools down, becomes solid and forms extrusive igneous rocks. Okay, you can learn it from the word itself. Extrusive means exterior. When the molten magma cools deep inside the Earth's crust, the solid rocks so formed are called intrusive igneous rocks. Okay, so which are formed outside the Earth's surface, that is extrusive, and which is formed inside the Earth's surface, that is intrusive. Question number 7, what do you mean by a rock cycle? Okay, rock cycle, just now I have explained you. Let me tell you once again what is rock cycle. Okay, see, I have already told you, from igneous rocks only the further rocks has been formed. Okay, I have shown you the diagram also. Okay, but just for the small, you must remember through this diagram. Okay, see, magma is there, molten magma is there, molten magma is converted into igneous rocks. Okay, molten magma is converted into igneous rocks, then these igneous rocks forms small sediments. From these sediments, sedimentary rocks are formed. Okay, from molten magma igneous rocks are formed. Just now we have read igneous rocks are of two types, extrusive and intrusive. Okay, then from these igneous rocks sediments are formed, sediments converted into sedimentary rocks, then comes metamorphic rocks, then again these metamorphic rocks converted into molten magma, and again the same cycle goes on. This is known as rock cycle. Okay, now let us read the answer once. What do you mean by rock cycle? When one type of rock changes to another type under certain conditions in a cyclic manner, then this process of transformation of the rock from one to another is known as rock cycle. Okay, so this is the process of transformation of the rock from one to another is the rock cycle. Now long answer type question, question number 8. What are the three layers of the rock? Okay, I have explained you in the beginning only about the three layers, that is crust, mantle and core. The three layers of the earth are crust, it is the uppermost and thinnest layers. It's about 35 km on the continental masses and only 5 km on the oceanic floors. Mantle, just beneath the crust is the mantle which extends to a depth of 2900 km into the earth. Okay, let me show you diagram once, give me 2 minutes. Okay, so you can see the length of this mantle is 2900 kilometers. Okay, and the crust has been divided into continental and oceanic masses. Then after mantle comes the core. Okay, so mantle just beneath the crust is a mantle which extends to a depth of 2900 km into the earth. Then core, it is the innermost layer made of nickel and iron called knife. It has very high temperature and pressure. Okay, so these are the 3 layers of the earth, and I have also told you about the external layers, that is troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere. Okay, about these layers we are going to read in chapter 4. So children, I hope each and every topic is very clear to you. If you have any doubt, you can clear it out in the doubt session. Go through the chapter, question and answers, and internal question also. Okay, and be prepared for the activity. I am going to ask you the questions from these chapters in the next doubt class. Thank you.